digital difference analyzer algorithm. In short, its name is DDA algorithm. DDA algorithm analyzer. It is L. So before starting the algorithm, we have to understand some basic things, like what is the equation of line. So what is equation of line? Tell me, any one of you.
Y is equal to x.
Y equal to x. So y equal to x is a line in which the value of m is 1 and the value of c is also 0. Okay. This is equation of line. Y equal to x line is this one. It is that line which is passing through origin and its angle with x axis is 45 degree. Any other equation of line? Any other? और कोई बोलो भाई. ये
y equal to mx plus c, y equal to x square.
हैं? क्या बोला? y equal to mx plus c. The answer is right. और क्या बोला? Second, y equal to x square. No, this is not the equation of line. ठीक है? This is not the equation of line. Equation of line is that equation in which the power of x and y both are 1. Okay? In this variable the power is 1, in this variable also the power is 1, and m and c are the constants. In the case of y equal to x square, this is not a line, this is equation of parabola. Now we have to discuss only equation of line here, not the other equation. So the one equation of line is y equal to mx plus c, in which the value of m is tan theta. Okay, that means what is the angle with the x axis? What is the angle with the x axis? This is the theta. Suppose this is your line, then the angle with the x axis is this angle. So this is the value of m with applying tan theta. What is c? C is that value which is distance on the y axis where the line is cutting to the y axis. That means this distance is c. Okay, and you can verify this thing. If you put the value of x as 0, then what will be the value of y? The value of y become as c. That means if the value of x will be 0, that means at this point the value of x is 0, so the value of y will become as c. Therefore this distance will be the value of c. So this is the general equation of line. Okay. If you don't know the value of theta, you only know the 2 points on your line. This is point P1 and this is point P2. Okay, the coordinate of point P1 is x1 y1 and the coordinate of point P2 is x2 y2. Okay, and you don't know the angle theta, then in that case we can easily calculate the value of theta. How?
So y2 minus y1 upon x2
Yes.
minus x1.
Very good, very good, very good. Okay, so this distance upon this distance is y2 minus y1 and this distance is x2 minus x1. Okay, very good, x2 minus x1. Okay, and tan theta is y2 minus y1
perpendicular
upon,
by base.
yes, it is perpendicular by base, and thereby this distance upon this distance, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So this equation now becomes y equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 x plus c. Okay, I am going to proceed with this equation, because in the case of graphical system we don't know the angle. Okay, in case of the graphical system, suppose this is your screen. On that screen you have different pixels like this. You have different pixels like this. You are going to understand how a line is drawn on this screen. How a line is drawn on this screen. So if you draw a line on this screen, that means you have to know at least 2 points. One is the starting point and another is the ending point. Okay, at least 2 points must be known to draw a line, otherwise this will no more a line. So if this is a point on the line, this is a point on the line, then that means this pixel will be certainly in the locus of the line. Okay, these pixels will be on the locus of the line. Now we have to decide what other pixel are in the path of line. So this pixel may be in the path of line, this pixel may be in the path of line, this pixel may be in the path of line, and thereby you can easily draw a line. Okay, this is like a line. I can show this thing on the paintbrush. So let us demonstrate this thing. This is a line. Now I am zooming to the maximum extent. Now you can easily see the structure of the pixel. Here this is the first pixel. Okay, this is the next pixel, then this is upper pixel, then the right pixel, then upper pixel, then the right pixel. Okay, so if you zoom the thing, then the straight line is not so smooth. Okay, the straight line is not so much smooth because you are going up to the level of the pixel. Therefore if you want to draw a line, first of all you have to understand which pixel should you make in the on state and which pixel should you make in the off state. Yesterday I have discussed that every pixel is like a diode. So diode will be either on or off, that means it will be either 1 or 0. So it will be either in the on state or in the off state. Okay, so if these two pixels are the starting and ending point of a line, then that means these 2 points at least in the on state. So we have to decide by using this equation that which other pixel should be in the on state, whether this pixel, this pixel, this pixel, this pixel, this pixel. Okay, there are so many options and let us tell. So DDA algorithm guide you that which pixel should make you in the on state. Okay, which pixel should you make in the on state and which pixel should you not make in the on state. See here this is equation y equal to y2 minus 1. Now there are two options with you. Either you take x axis as the base and proceed in the y direction, okay, or you make y axis as the base and proceed in the x direction. Okay, the meaning of base is that you divide the base axis in the equal parts, just like I am saying this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, like that. Okay, that means the value of delta x is 1 in every step. In every step the value of delta x is 1. Therefore, delta x is step value. Its name is step. So, if you are taking delta x as the base, then you have to calculate by using this equation as the value of y, and based on that value you can easily identify which pixel should you make as on state. Okay. Now, this x2 minus x1 you can write as delta x, and this y2 minus y1 you can write as delta y. So, I am rewriting the equation y equal to delta y upon delta x plus c. So this is the equation of line. Okay. One more thing, that because this c is the unknown value here, so first of all let us remove it. So, I am putting two values in this equation because we are knowing two values, this and this. So, first of all I am putting the first value into this equation. So, let me put as y1 equal to delta y upon delta x1 plus c. This is the first equation, and the second equation is for this value y2 equal to delta y upon delta x2 plus c. Now, this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. So, let us subtract equation number 2 from equation number 1. So, if you subtract the equation, you will get these two equations as y2 minus y1. Let us subtract equation number 1 from equation number 2. You will get y2 minus y1 as equal to delta y upon delta x become common. This is delta. This is x2 minus x1, and c will be removed because in both of the equations c is there, and therefore this c will be removed. Okay. So, in this way you can write this equation. Or you can write this equation as here there is a simple modification. Delta y, make delta y on this side and x2 minus x1 on that side. So, I am writing the equation like this: delta y equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 and delta x. Okay. So, this is my new equation, and I am going to proceed by using this equation. This is equation number 3. This is our main equation. Okay. This equation is also like y equal to mx. Okay. What is delta x? Delta x, if I am taking x axis as the base axis, in that case we know the value of delta x because I have taken delta x as the step value as 1. So, in every step we know that the value of delta x is 1, and we have to calculate the value of delta y accordingly. Okay. But if you are taking delta y as the base, then this equation will be modified like delta x equal to x2 minus x1 upon y2 minus y1 and delta y. Okay. Now, the question arises in which case we should take delta x as the base and in which case we should take delta y as the base. This is very important concept. So, let us draw two cases. This is case number 1, and let us draw this case, this is case number 2. In the first case, the inclination of the line is more towards the x-axis than towards y-axis. That means angle is very thin. Angle is the acute angle. In the second case, the angle is more and its inclination is more towards y-axis than towards x-axis. Okay, that means the angle is more than 45 degree. This angle is more than 45 degree. In this case, this angle is less than 45 degree. So, if the inclination is towards x-axis, in that case, the DDA algorithm says that you should take x-axis as the base axis. Otherwise, if the inclination is towards y-axis, in that case you should take y-axis as the base axis. Okay. So, if the value of delta y upon delta x is more than 1, in that case you should take y as the base, else you should take x as the base. Okay. So, this is main concept. Why we are doing so? If we take y base in this case and x base in this case, what will be the problem? See here, the problem will be accuracy. If the inclination is more, in that case you have divided the x-axis into equal quadrant. Okay. Suppose I am drawing like a pixel. Suppose this is your screen structure. Now see here what will be the problem. This is like a pixel. From this point to this point, from this point to this point, the delta x value is 1, and for that delta x you have to calculate the value of next y, that means delta y. So, suppose this is your starting point, because 2 points are been given, 2 points are been given. So, if this is the starting point, then you have to calculate which y should be the next y, which y should be the next y by increasing delta x as 1. So, you have increased delta x as 1. So, the same pixel you will get the same pixel. Okay. So, if in all the time you get the same pixel, that means you will get this straight line as this one. Okay. But this straight line is having a slight inclination. Okay. So, this is the error. In this case you will find this kind of error. But if you are taking y as the base, in the same case, that means you have taken this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you are taking y as the base, then you are having a very good option to which x you should choose for that particular increment of y. Okay. For that increment of y, which x you should choose. So, in that case you are getting a very good accuracy. That is why the DDA algorithm has given you option that if the inclination is more towards x-axis, you should take x-axis as the base, and if inclination is more towards y-axis, you should take y-axis as the base. So, these are the main themes. Now, let us write the actual algorithm. Input 2 point input input points x1 y1 and x2 y2. ठीक है. If you want to draw a line, then you have to know at least 2 point. ठीक है. अगर जो है ट्रायंगल ड्रा जो है आप चाह रहे हैं, in that case you need the 3 point. If you want to draw a line, you need 2 point. Okay. If you want to draw a plane, in that case you need at least 3 point. ठीक है. तो ये सारे जो है बेसिक कंसेप्ट हैं जो कि इंटरमीडिएट तक आपने पढ़े हैं. तो इनपुट पॉइंट x1 y1 मिल गया. What will be the second step? You have to calculate delta x and delta y, because on the basis of that delta x and that delta y, you have to calculate the next delta y and next delta x. Okay. The first term will be the base and the next term will you have to calculate by using the equation of line. If you are taking the base as x, you have to calculate the value of y by the equation of line, and if you have taken the base as delta y, you have to calculate the value of next x. So first of all we have to calculate delta x. What will be the value of delta x? It is the difference of x1 and x2. Okay. I have taken the mod sign because I don't need the negative sign. Okay. Because it is simply a distance, and therefore there is no need that whether x1 is larger or x2 is larger. Okay. I only need what is the magnitude of distance. In the same way we have to calculate delta y in the same manner, y1 minus y2. Okay. And we will make the value as plus. So we have calculated delta x and delta y. Now what will be our next step? Let us identify that the inclination is toward x axis. Sorry, that its inclination is toward x axis or the y axis, because on that decision we have to proceed further. So our next step is, if the value of delta x is larger or equal than delta y. Okay. If delta x value is larger than delta y value, that means delta y upon delta x will be. So if delta y upon delta x value is less than 1, that means inclination is toward, bolo, inclination is toward x axis. Very good. Okay. Because the value of tan theta is equal to 1 for 45 degree, and if its value is less than 1, that means the angle is less than 45 degree, that means inclination is toward the x axis. So if the value of delta x is larger than the value of delta y, we will take base. Okay. I am taking the name as length. Okay. The base name here I am taking as length. Length as delta x. Okay. Otherwise, else we will take length means base. Okay. Length as delta y. Okay. So we have done the 3 things. First of all, we have taken the 2 input which are given. After that we will calculate delta x, delta y. In the third step we have measured that which of the value is larger, so that we can identify that on what side of the axis the line inclined more. Fourth point. If the value of delta x equal to x2 minus x1 upon the base value, that is length, not if वाला तो काम हो चुका. We have to calculate these two things first. Okay, we have to calculate these two things first. That means we are applying the formula here. Delta y equal to y2 minus y1 upon length. Okay, what was the formula? See here, we have discussed that delta x equal to x2 minus ठीक है, in first delta y equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 and delta x. So y2 minus y1 equal to delta y upon delta x and x2 minus x1. Okay, so application of equation of line. Okay, and after applying the equation of line, in the next part you will calculate the value of x and y. So what will be the value of x? X will be the previous x plus 0.5 sine of delta x. Okay, y1 plus 0.5 sine of delta y. Okay, the last step is actually for I equal to 1. That means you are making a loop. Why? Because it is like this structure. It is like this structure, and you know the value of the first point. Suppose this is x1 and y1. So this is the midpoint, and you are increasing the step point in the x direction as this one. Okay, therefore you have taken 0.5. Okay, you have taken 0.5 because a pixel is of this side. ठीक है, पिक्सल का स्ट्रक्चर क्या होता है, इस टाइप का होता है. अब इसमें प्रॉब्लम ये आ रही है कि वेदर यू शुड मेजर द डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट और दिस पॉइंट. ओके, दैट मीन्स वेदर यू शुड measure the distance between two pixel as these 2 point or these 2 point. Okay, so in this case the concept is that you will take the midpoint of the pixel as the main point. You have to measure the distance between two pixel by taking its middle point. Therefore it is been multiplied by 0.5 here. Okay, I think this point is clear now. Here the value of delta x is increasing by 1. Okay, and distance is measured between two pixels from its midpoint. This is the previous value of x, and by knowing the previous value of x you can know the next value of x, because you have taken x axis as the base axis, therefore its value will be 1. Okay, but by using the same logic you can calculate the value of y here, because if you know the value of x by using the upper formula, that means these two formula, you can calculate the value of y. Okay, and if you have calculated the value of y, you can directly put that value of y into this equation. This is the previous y, and you can get the next y here. This is the main logic behind. That means if this is the first point, इस चीज़ को ध्यान से सुनो. अब मैं जो आपको बताने जा रहा हूँ, जिसको अभी तक बिल्कुल जो है एक अक्षर नहीं जो है इस क्लास में समझ में आया है, ठीक है, उसको भी आपके समझ में आएगा. अब मैं जो आपको बताने जा रहा हूँ इसको ध्यान से सुनो. मान लो ये पॉइंट आपका दिया हुआ है, दिस इज़ द इनिशियल पिक्सल. ठीक है. Now you are increasing in the x direction, so the next pixel will be this one. You are increasing in the next direction. Now for the y, what can be different options? For the y, there can be either you can make this pixel in the on state, or you can make this pixel on the state, or there is no increase in the value of y. So there can be three options, option number 1, option number 2 and option number 3. ठीक है. जब लाइन आपने ड्रा किया तो या तो ये ऑप्शन होगा, है ना, या फिर दूसरा ऑप्शन ये होगा, या तीसरा ऑप्शन ये होगा. डिपेंड करता है कि लाइन की इंक्लिनेशन कम है या 45 डिग्री पर है या फिर 45 डिग्री से ज़्यादा है. तो 45 से ज़्यादा है तो द ऑप्शन में बी लाइक दिस. इफ़ it is 45, then option may be like this, and if it is less than 45 degree, the option may be this one. I am again opening the paintbrush to demonstrate you. See here. Here 2 pixels are in the same line. This is number 1 pixel and this is the next pixel. There are 2 pixels and these 2 pixels are in the same line. Now suppose I am drawing the another option. I am drawing the another option and I am drawing another line. See here. ठीक है. In this case you can see that the pixel are towards in the y direction. That means if one pixel is x, then the other pixel will be towards the y direction. This is the next option. The third option is like this. Okay, see here. It is the inclination of 45 degree. Therefore, this can be the next option. So based on these three, you can easily calculate the next value of y. Okay, based on the previous value of x, you can calculate the next value of y. So therefore, we will write a loop here. I am erasing all these things. Okay. So in the loop, okay, why we are using loop? So we have taken one point and decided that the next point is this one. Then we have got this point and decided that next point is this one. We have got this point and decided that next point is this one. Next point is this one. Next point is this one. Next is this one. Okay. So in the same way, we can draw the line. Okay, and therefore we need a loop. That means we calculate the first value and then proceed in the next value direction. So I equal to 1 while I is less than equal to length. Okay, what is length? Length is the line length. Okay, because I already explained that this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2, then y2 minus y1, that means delta y was declared as length, and likewise in the x direction the length was x2 minus x1. Okay, I already discussed this thing. So if you are moving in the x direction, the length will be x2 minus x1 for that case, and if you are moving in the y direction, the length will be y2 minus y1 for that case. Now you will plot. You will plot because you are getting a new point by using the above formula. So plot integer x and integer y. You plotted, and then you will increase the value to the next value, so x plus delta x, and likewise you can calculate the next value y equal to y plus delta y, and increase the variable I, that means I equal to I plus 1. Okay, in this way the DDA algorithm ends, and you will stop the algorithm like this. So okay, so this is the whole algorithm. I am repeating the algorithm one more time. First of all, you will input the 2 points. After that, in the second step, you will calculate the delta x and delta y. If the delta x is larger, you will take delta x as the base, otherwise you will take delta y as the base. Okay. In the fourth, we will calculate the value of delta x and delta y by using this formula. Now by using the equation x equal to x1 plus 0.5 delta x, you can calculate the next value of y. So this is the one step, and this one step will be iterated into several steps by using this loop, which I have discussed in step number 6. Now I am going to take one example and close the lecture. So example is from your book Godse at page number 14. Page number 14. We are given 2.00 and 46. 00 and 46. By using DDA algorithm, we have to draw the line. So what was the first step? Input x, this point and this point. Okay. After that, in the second step, we have to calculate the value of delta x and delta y. So what will be the value of delta x? What will be the value of length? The value of length in this case, the difference of delta y is 6 and difference of delta x is 4. So the difference of delta y is larger in this case. Okay, so delta y value is larger than delta x, therefore we will take length as delta y here. Okay, we will take length as delta y. So our length equal to delta y because its value is larger as per the algorithm, and therefore the value of delta y is 6. See here, in this algorithm I have explained that if delta x is larger than delta y, in that case we will declare length as delta x, otherwise length as delta y. So in my case, the value of delta y, that means 6 minus 0. Okay, 6 minus 0, this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2, therefore y2 minus y1 is delta y, and this is 6 minus 0, that means 6, and likewise the value of delta x is 4 minus 0, that means difference is 4, because delta y is larger, therefore length is 6. What is the next? We have to calculate the value of delta x. So the formula of delta x is x2 minus x1 upon length, x2 minus x1 upon length. So x2 minus x1 I just calculated here, 4 minus 0, and length was 6, that means its value is 4 upon 6. Likewise for delta y, y2 minus y1 upon length. So y2 minus y1 here is 6 minus 0, and length I just mentioned here, it is 6, and therefore its value is 1. Okay, and the one value is showing that we are going in the right direction. Okay, we are taking y axis as the base and will calculate the value of x accordingly. Okay. So what will be the initial value? Initial value, we are given the first value as 0 0. Okay, we are given the first value, first point was 0 0, and the last point was, remember, last point was 4 6. Okay, these 2 points are given in the question itself. So from the first point you have to start your calculations. So x equal to 0 y0, because the formula is x1 plus 0.5 star sine of this delta x. Okay, that means 4 by 6. So the value of x1 is 0, because the starting point is 0, therefore in place of x1 I am writing as 0. So likewise, what will be the value of y? 0 plus 0.5 sine of 6 by 6, that means sine of 1. So it becomes as 0.5 multiplied by 4 by 6. So 0.5 multiplied by 4 by 6, and this value is 0.5 multiplied by 1, 0.5 multiplied by 1. So its value is 0.5, and its value is 4 5 jar 20. तो इसको हटा दिया जाए. It becomes as 2.0 upon 6, and now it is 6 3 jar 18, again 3.33. Okay, because the point 3.33 is near to 0.5. Okay, 3.33 actually it is 0.33. 0.33 is very near to half position. If this is your pixel and this is the midpoint, in that case the actual value is 0.33, that means here. Okay, and this value is very near to the center point. This value is very near to the center point rather the boundary. Therefore by an average we say that this is the value equal to 0.5. Okay, this is the value equal to 0.5. इस चीज़ को मैं ऐसे भी समझा देता हूँ आपको. Our line is like that. Suppose our line is like that. This was the initial point. Okay, so in this case the next value is here. Okay, and we are taking the center point as the actual pixel. So according to this equation, the actual point was this. So this point was near to center rather than the boundary point. Okay, I think now it is clear. So if this point, this is the actual point and this was our pixel point, we have to decide that whether we should make this pixel in the on state or this pixel in the on state. Okay, so if this point is near to this pixel center point, therefore we have decided that we will make this pixel as the on state. Okay, this is the basic funda. So in this way we have got our next pixel. That is, we have incremented x, and thereby we get the incremented y in this case. So I am making a chart here so that we can make this calculation faster, because now I expect that you know the basics of DDA algorithm. This is the iterative value of variable, that means y. This is plot, that means which pixel we should make in the on state. This is the x value, and this is the y axis, y value. So initially the pixel was 0 0. The pixel was 0 0 means the middle point of that pixel will be 0.5 and 0.5, because this was the center 0 0. Therefore this value will be halfway this way and half on this way, therefore 0.5 0.5. So the initial value of x will be 0.5 and 0.5, and we have plotted the pixel as 0 0, and the iteration number was the initial value, that means 1. Now we make the value of I as 2, 3, 4, like that. We will increase the value of I until we get the last value. What was the last value of pixel? 4 6. Okay, so we will make an I that if the value become as 4 6, then we will close our calculation here. So if I am directly writing from the book, because it is already calculated, and it will be a home assignment for you, that you calculate all the value of x and y here. So because we are taking the delta y as 1 in every case, see here the delta y value was 1, so the incremental value of delta y every time will be 1, therefore the difference of y will be 1. So 0.5, 1.5, it will be 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, this will be 5.5. okay, and the last value will be 6.5, because the last value is 6. okay, therefore the last value will be 6.5 here. okay, because the last pixel is 4 6, so thus the center point of that pixel will be halfway more, therefore this will be 6.5. okay, okay, and its value will be in the y direction, therefore we should have taken the y. So if this value was 6, then the halfway more, that means 6.5. so this will be our base value, and we have to calculate the next value of x accordingly. So by using this formula, we can calculate this one. We have got the next value as 0.5, so we will put in the place of 0 as 0.5 here, plus 0.5, and here sine of 4 upon 6. So we will multiply 4 upon 6 once again for the next value. What will be the next value here? 0.5 upon 4. So its value will be 0.5 plus 0.33 again, and ठीक कर रहे हैं 20. okay. So in this way you can calculate the next value of y, and we'll get the next value of x accordingly, because the time is very the value of x will be, you can calculate it, otherwise I will explain it in the next class, because time is already over. It is 1.833, it is 2.5, it is 3.167, it is 3.833, it is 4.5. The initial value, it should be the initial value. Okay, 46 was the last value, so it should be the last value, not the initial value. So what we plot, it was 0 0, it was 1 1, because the integer part is 1, therefore we will plot 1 1. Here what should we plot? The we will take only the integer part, therefore 1 and 2. Here 2 and 3, here 3 and 4, here 3 and 5, here 4 and 6. 4 and 6 was the last value. So in this way, the first pixel was 0 0, after that 1 1 was like this, 1 2, that means the value of x is same but value of y is 2. Okay, so value of x is same and the value of y is like this. After that 2 3, okay, the value of x is incremented as well as value of y, therefore it will be like this. Okay, the x value incremented and y value also incremented. After that 3 and 5, x is same and y incremented, x is same, y incremented, so it will be like this. In the last, x and y both are incremented, so it will be like this. So in this way we have drawn the line by using the DDA algorithm. Okay, so I hope you have better understood the working of the algorithm. I tried my best so that I can explain you the basics of the DDA algorithm. Okay, कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो पूछ लो जल्दी से, टाइम जो है आपका हो गया है, ज़्यादा हो गया बल्कि नहीं।
सर
हाँ पूछिए।
सर लास्ट वाले लेक्चर की तरह इसको भी आप शेयर करेंगे क्या, यूट्यूब वाले लिंक की तरह जो आपने दिया था? आप
बताइए, है ना। असल में केवल क्लास में आपके, हमको लगता है मैक्सिमम जो है 22 तक गया है, ठीक है, और क्लास की स्ट्रेंथ जो है 50 के आसपास है, तो इसका मतलब जो है आधी क्लास आपकी सो रही है, बाद में जगेंगे वो लोग, है ना। तो बाद में जगेंगे तो दो रास्ते हैं, या तो हम इस लेक्चर को रिकॉर्ड करके शेयर कर दें, या हम इस लेक्चर को फिर से लें, तो हमको फर्स्ट ऑप्शन बेटर लग रहा है ना।
यस सर।
हाँ, तो हम जो है
सर उससे सर हम लोगों को भी थोड़ा सा जैसे
हाँ,
कभी
हाँ,
कुछ चीज जैसे नहीं हो रही,
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
उसको देख के
अब प्लस मान लिया कि आप में से ही जो है, हाँ मान लो जो है आपकी नेट स्पीड कम है या कोई आपको प्रॉब्लम आ गई है ना, तो रिकॉर्ड रहेगा तो आप इसको दोबारा देख लेंगे, तो मैं जो है इसको भी रिकॉर्ड करके डाल दूंगा, ठीक है।
थैंक यू सर।
चलिए
थैंक यू सर।
ठीक ठीक। नाउ
Thank you, sir.
okay, you can leave.
थैंक यू सर।
You can,
Okay, sir.
okay, welcome.